Somewhere right now, a fresher just closed a ticket in 11 minutes. Their manager is happy, their velocity chart looks great, and they have no idea what the code they just shipped actually does. That's not a hypothetical. Between 2022 and 2025, employment for software developers aged 22 to 25 dropped nearly 20%, while developers just a few years older at the exact same companies saw their roles grow. Same industry, same tools, opposite outcomes. Something changed for people at the very start of their careers, and it changed fast. If you're new to this industry, here's the uncomfortable part. You probably already know the feeling. You open a ticket, you don't fully understand the problem, so you paste it into an AI tool. It hands you something that runs. You move on. You tell yourself you go back and actually understand it later. You won't. There's always another ticket. This isn't new, and it isn't really about AI. It's about a much older argument that humanity has had with itself every time a new tool showed up to do our thinking for us. 2400 years ago, Socrates told a story about the invention of writing. In it, an Egyptian king is offered this new technology as a gift, a way to preserve memory forever. He refuses it. He warns that people who rely on written marks instead of their own minds will stop practicing memory altogether. They'll gain the appearance of wisdom, he says, without ever earning the real thing. Socrates was talking about writing. He could have been talking about you right now, copy-pasting a stacked trace into a chat window. Here's why this isn't just an old philosopher being dramatic. In January 2026, Anthropic ran a controlled study, not a survey, an actual randomized trial, with 52 junior engineers learning a new programming library. Half of them used AI assistants. Half coded manually. Afterward, everyone took a comprehension test. The AI-assisted group scored 50%. The manual group scored 67%. That's a 17-point gap, nearly 2 full letter grades for doing what feels like the exact same job. And here's the part that should really worry you. The AI group wasn't even meaningfully faster. 2 minutes, on average. Not statistically significant. You're not trading understanding for speed. You're trading understanding for almost nothing. Now look at where the damage concentrated. The steepest comprehension drop wasn't in writing code, it was in debugging, understanding what went wrong and why. That is precisely the skill you need to catch AI's mistakes before they ship. The tool is quietly disabling the one skill required to supervise the tool. This is happening to almost everyone everywhere right now. AI tool usage among developers jumped 14 percentage points in a single year and now sits above 80%. This isn't a shortcut a few lazy freshers are taking. It's the default. And the frustrating part is, nobody's forcing you to skip understanding on purpose. You genuinely try. But you open the explanation, hit 5 unfamiliar terms in the first paragraph, and it's easier, just this once, to finish the task and promise yourself you'll circle back. You never do. Multiply that by every ticket, every sprint, every month and a year in. You've shipped hundreds of tickets and built almost nothing you could rebuild from memory. Managers aren't stopping this either. From where they sit, tickets are closing faster, so the incentive to slow down and question it barely exists. Nobody upstream is measuring what you didn't learn. They're only measuring what got shipped. Now, to be fair, this isn't a case against AI itself. The same research shows something important. When AI use is structured, when you're forced to make your own guess first, and only use AI to check or challenge it, the comprehension damage mostly disappears. And sometimes reasoning even improves. The danger was never the tool. It's using it as a replacement for thinking instead of a check on your thinking. So picture the version of you that keeps doing this for 3 more years. The codebase you're working on has grown 10 times larger. It's full of decisions you never actually made. You just accepted them. When something breaks deep inside that system, there's no prompt that fixes it, because nobody, including you, understands it well enough to know what broke. Researchers already have a name for what happens next at a company-wide scale: the skill pipeline problem. The pathway that used to turn juniors into seniors, quietly breaking, one skipped explanation at a time. Here's what actually works, starting today. First, before you open an AI tool, write down your own guess at the problem, even a bad one. That single step is what preserved comprehension in the research. Second, when AI gives you code, don't accept it. Ask it to explain the why, not just the what, until you could rebuild it without the tool. Third, pick one ticket a week to solve completely without AI, start to finish, even if it takes 3 times longer. That friction is not wasted time. It's the only part of the job that was ever actually building your skill. You still have time to be the developer who understands the system, not just the one who can prompt around it. The freshers who build that habit now are the ones who will still be needed when the shortcuts stop working. The ones who don't won't just be behind, they'll be the reason it costs more to fix later. Start with the next ticket. Guess first. Ask why. Then let the tool check your thinking, not replace it.